Libra, this is going to be a reading for you. As always, please take what resonates and leave what does not. Let's see what's going on for you. If you do find that this message does resonate with you, please do consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. If you'd like to book me for a personal reading, you can find the link to do that down below in the description box. Let's take a look at what's going on for you, Libra. Wow, the Sun. Three of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Cups. The Page of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Something is mediocre, childish, petty. Can also be a representation of weakness or aimlessness. Covered by the Knight of Cups. Maybe there's someone who's coming toward you in this energy. Someone who has an invitation to do something here that doesn't really seem very promising. The challenge here is the Page of Pentacles. Getting started with a particular project, maybe? Crowning is Temperance in reverse. Beneath is the Empress. Wow. You're thinking of something as difficult to manage. You're thinking of something as, well, you've clearly identified some form of separation, a conflict of interest perhaps, but then there's the Empress and the unconscious energy. So something that you're trying to bring into fruition can be brought into fruition. This could also be a divine feminine energy that you are in separation from, or that you're having difficulty with. Past energy is the Fool in reverse. Ignorance, negligence, nullity, vanity, foolishness. Moving into the future, we have the Lovers. Yeah, this theme is love related here, Libra. It looks like you're dealing with someone where maybe you're not seeing eye to eye, or maybe you're just having a conflict of interest. Maybe you have different needs, or it's difficult for you to work together. I'm seeing this person as coming into your life and, you know, really trying to make amends or make things work with you. Seems like the two of you are maybe starting something new here. Could be something on the work front as well with the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Page of Pentacles. Knight of Wands in the Self position. Queen of Wands in your environment. Seems like you are at a distance from this person, emotionally or physically. Queen of Wands, this person is showing up as a good business partner if there is business involved. She's showing up as attractive, magnetic, friendly, magical, influential. Your environment. Speaking of magic, we have the Magician in Hopes and Fears in reverse. Your hopes and fears are defined by wanting to force something at all costs, or kind of giving up on a dream, maybe. Let's see. The outcome is the Hierophant in reverse. A change in personal beliefs, maybe difficulty committing to something. Could be a liability. Could be over kindness, weakness, or good understanding. Let me sit with this for a second, Libra. Someone in your environment wants to work something out with you, but you don't really seem to think that it's possible for some reason. This person, I think you might want to consider, if you do want to work things out with this person, I think you might want to consider giving them the lead, allowing them to be the one to work something out between the two of you, allowing them to be the one to do what it takes to make something thrive between the two of you. Because they're showing up in this very powerful leadership energy. Okay. Let's go ahead and clarify some of these cards, because it looks like you're having difficulty working together with someone. Knight of Cups. Clarifying the Knight of Cups. This is an approach, a proposal. The Nine of Swords, the Empress, and the Seven of Cups in reverse. This person seems to kind of bring something forth to you that clears your mind in some way. It makes it easier for you to be able to collaborate with this person. It helps you to shift your perspective, or it makes you very committed to bring your goals to fruition. The Page of Pentacles, the Star in reverse, the King of Cups, Temperance in the upright. So you're starting this project with this person, or you're starting this relationship with this person. It's difficult for you to see a future, but you allow yourself to kind of be emotionally led to a place of having patience with this. And I think that's the right answer. We have Temperance in reverse being clarified by the Nine of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Looks like there's been some kind of pretty severe betrayal or disagreement, some kind of argument in which someone just kind of wanted to be right and was willing to do whatever it took in order to be right, and it caused a rift between the two of you. We have the Nine of Wands here. Now someone's very guarded. There's a sense of detachment or disinterest even, or separation between the two of you. It's imbalance within the relationship. It's injustice. Two of Pentacles in reverse. This is being consciously recognized by you, Libra. The unconscious energy is the Empress being clarified by the Four of Pentacles, the Two of Cups in reverse, and the Hierophant in reverse. Okay. You're holding on to this relationship. You're holding on to the possibility of it being fixed, of you two reaching good understanding between each other. Okay. That's all I can really tell with that. You're not letting go of the relationship, even though it feels like there's a rift or a void between the two of you. And this is a conscious decision to ignore this. The Fool in reverse in the past, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, you have the Ten of Pentacles, and the Magician in reverse. There could be something here linked to one's finances or personal legacy that keeps the two of you kind of together, and for the sake of your personal legacy, you're kind of ignoring this difficulty in collaboration. Three of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Pentacles, the Magician in reverse. You want your manifestation to come to fruition. But the thing about that is, moving into the future, what that does for you is it resolves a particular relationship, the Lovers. So clarifying the Lovers, we have the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Cups in reverse, and the Moon in reverse. Ooh. I'm seeing guilt. I'm seeing guilt and secrecy here. The Moon in reverse, the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Eight of Wands in reverse, the stingings of conscience, frustration within a relationship, the Queen of Cups in reverse, potentially moodiness, and then secrecy with the Moon in reverse. Moodiness as well, secrecy with the Queen of Cups too. Potentially emotional codependency, emotional manipulation. So it seems like all these things are being resolved as you move into the future here with the Lovers. Inadvertently, of course, because your eyes are on the prize with this Ten of Pentacles. And in order to get there, it's like you kind of have to be focused on maintaining an amicable relationship with this Queen of Wands figure. Clarifying the Knight of Wands in the Self position, the Five of Cups in reverse, the Nine of Cups in reverse, and the Three of Swords. Okay. So while you are kind of in this distance here with the Three of Swords and the Knight of Wands, loyalty ultimately brings you back to this person. You feel like you can get along with this person. You feel like things are amicable. There's a high affinity between you and this other person. Queen of Wands being clarified by the Seven of Swords in reverse, the World in reverse, and the Page of Wands. This person tries to give you good advice in order to help you to move forward into a new beginning, help you move forward from a place of stagnation here into a new beginning here with the Page of Wands. It's just a small piece of advice. Centered around some form of stagnation. Something that is incomplete. We have the Magician in reverse and Hopes and Fears being clarified by the Emperor in reverse, the Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, it's like you get anxious and you start trying to force things at all costs. This is coming from a place of trying to control a situation here, Libra. And I understand because you are a cardinal sign, that's going to be something that you struggle with. I understand that too. I'm a Capricorn, okay? We definitely do have that that leadership in us, right? And it can kind of be a little bit overwhelming, especially when it comes to maybe people pleasing for you. You know, it just seems like you really want to make things happen on your terms, and when things don't go according to plan, exactly according to plan, you get into this Eight of Swords and you start freaking out, and you don't need to do that. It's important for you to be able to go with the flow, stay flexible, be pliable, be in an energy of surrender when you find that you don't have control over a particular situation. The outcome here is the Hierophant in reverse, being clarified by the Two of Swords in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. I see you having a breakthrough in your independence as you return back to a particular project that was unfinished. You need to commit yourself completely to this, and I see you as doing that here in the future. Okay, my goodness gracious. Alrighty, Libra. Ego sublimation. Yeah, vanishing mirror, I'd say. Spiritual narcolepsy and surrender coming out in reverse here. Yeah, it's like this, I'll leave it in reverse. It's this energy of needing to control, right? But it comes from this place of spiritual narcolepsy, meaning that you kind of forget yourself. You kind of forget about like the whole divine plan. And this need for control is coming from a place of lack of surrender. It's not coming from a place of you actually being in control. I don't know how else to explain that. But Spirit is definitely saying that it's important for you to be mindful when you are in this energy of needing to control your surroundings or circumstances, and mindful of how you respond when you are not able to do that. purification in reverse and protection. Yeah. Yeah, this is really just kind of reiterating what I just said. It's important for you not to allow toxic elements to get in the way of your happiness. And if you find any of them, to be able to remove them. That includes them existing inside of you as well. In order to protect yourself, in order to protect relationships that you deem valuable or important, it's essential for you to be able to identify what is kind of getting in the way. Whether that's coming from within you or outside of you. And Gemini had a similar reading to this as well, where it was like, you know, it was that someone was trying to show them a different way of looking at things and they just wouldn't accept it. It's kind of similar. Yours is more so oriented though toward needing to be in control and not really accept it. I mean, I could potentially see you as not being willing to accept other people's advice as well. Transformation in reverse and trepidation. You hesitate to give anyone else even an iota of control. And you also don't want to change this about yourself. Difficult. Understand how it may be getting in the way of your relationships, your happiness overall, Libra. Synergy in reverse and bonds in reverse. Yeah, it takes two to tango. That's what I'm trying to say. In a relationship, it's going to be a requirement that you are open to what other people have to say, to how other people operate, right? Synergy in reverse. 413. Isolating yourself, spiraling out, allowing bad days to discourage you from trying, letting imbalances and injustice be someone else's problem, keeping your loved ones at arm's length. The affirmation is, it will work out better than I could ever imagine. Bonds in reverse, miscommunication, crossed wires, misinformation, illusions, and fakes, lack of community, isolation, and destruction. The affirmation is, I always make exciting and meaningful connections. There's a lot here about isolation and spiraling out, feeling alone. I don't feel like you're in your own energy here. I feel like you're kind of on the opposite end of the axis with the Emperor coming out here. That's the energy of Aries. Where is he? There he is, and he's in reverse. You know, my intention with these readings is always to put the power back in your hands as the listener. And it kind of seems like the best way for you to be able to do that, to claim your power, is to stop trying to control things. Oh man. Let's see. Final message here for Libra. Let go. The Chamber of Power in reverse. That's what I'm talking about. Let's read it. The Chamber of Power is an invitation to cultivate your inner strength, confidence, and trust in yourself, to believe that you have a right to be here, to occupy your life, to invite your sacred soul to come all the way in. Yes, you're here for a reason, and your body is your sacred vehicle. Choose to occupy and cultivate your sacred power. You were born with it, and it's yours to own. Within you, you have everything you need to do within you, you have everything you need to do whatever you're called to do. Interesting sentence. You hold the keys to your inner power. There is nothing you need to be other than who you already are. So often we learn to dim our light or water down our power in order to accommodate others or to fit in, but you didn't come here to fit in. No person did. So no matter what body is yours or what gifts you possess, no person is more worthy of power than you, and you're no more worthy of power than any other. Power isn't a finite resource. We can stand tall together. For too long, we've learned to turn against each other, to compete, shrink, or conquer others. We put others on a pedestal or attempt to stand higher than them in order to own our strength and inner gifts. You hold the keys to your own inner power, and you can open that door deep within right now. If you were feeling empowered, what would you say or do? Libra, this has been your reading. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you did find that this reading resonated with you, I ask that you do like, comment, and subscribe and share. If you'd like to book me for a personal reading, you can find the link to do that down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.